So, just to complete this one, is there a question on this? What?
How does it?
I mean, sorry, 4 over negative 6 to negative 4.
Well, okay, because if you do a positive number divided by a negative number, what's the result? Positive by negative. Negative, yeah? So a positive divided by a negative gives you a negative answer. A negative divided by a positive gives you a negative answer. Therefore, it doesn't matter where the negative is. So I just took this negative sign and basically wrote it. I knew the answer is negative. Yeah? So sorry, yeah, maybe. When we write fraction, we don't put the negative in the denominator. We put it in the front or we put it on the numerator. It's just a convention. So it's a worthwhile fact. All right, hopefully we've got time. Now this is an important one because it has a lot of steps. So the problem with this one that makes it harder is this is a fraction. It's only a third of x. X has been divided by 3. And on this side, x gets divided by 2. Or times by a half, multiplied by a half. We want to get whole values of x. So the first thing we need to do is deal with those divisions, really. I mean, there are other things we could do, but I'm going to do it the way that a lot of people attempt it, and I'm going to tell you what the mistake is. So they remember on this one that I'm going to multiply this by 3. Why do I do that? Well, x divided by 3 times by 3 is x. So that's sorted. All right? Plus what?
No,
6.
yeah.
Why? Well, go on. Sorry, Jackson. No, go on. If you want to tell me.
Because
Well, yeah, I mean, what we're doing, guys, if we should consider this, just stop. The left-hand side and the right-hand side, when you do something, you do it to the entire side, not part of the side. So when we times by 3, we're actually not timesing by 3, just that, we're actually timesing the whole thing by 3. So what do I have to do on the right-hand side? The whole thing by 3. Now that gives me 3 halves of x. 3 halves of x minus 12. All right, I've still got a problem though, because this x is still not a whole amount of x's. Yes, because it's divided by 3, so I times by 3 to get rid of that. What do you reckon I should do now? Times by? I could, but I'm dealing with the fraction first.
Why?
Times by 2. I'm going to times this one by 2 as well. And I get 2x's plus 12 equals 3 halves times 2 is 3. Or 6 halves is 3. Yeah, 6 divided by 2 is 3. But we basically got rid of the 2, like we got rid of the 3. But we have subtract 24. And these are the 2 bits that people make the mistakes on. They forget to multiply. So my big thing is left-hand side equals right-hand side. Whatever you do to one side is not whatever you do to one part of one side. It's whatever you do to one side, you do the same to the other side, to everything. Now, I could have approached it in a different way. I could have added 4 first, for instance. But that's not what people tend to do for some reason. What would I do now? No, I could have added. But what we do next? You'd minus 12. I think I would agree with you. I would minus 12 from both sides. Leaves me with 2x's equals 3x is minus 36. What do we do now? All right, minus 2x. This is a nice important point. What does that give me? X minus 36 equals.
Oh, no. You got a minus 3.
What? 0. That's what people won't write. Why not? If the answer's nothing, write the symbol for nothing. What's 2x's? Take away 2x. When you add 36, you get 36 equals x.
You are.
Now, I would have, at this stage, I would have added 24 and subtracted 2x and you avoided that. But this here is an important point because what tends to happen is, instead of having a 0, they get rid of the equal sign and just go, I don't need one anymore. But that's an important. Right.